Wait, before you scroll past this video, let me ask you something profound. What if I told you that a single glance at an image could unlock hidden truths about your personality that you've never consciously acknowledged? Sounds impossible? Stay with me for the next few minutes because what you're about to discover might just change how you see yourself forever. For centuries, one particular creature has captivated human imagination unlike any other nocturnal being. The owl, mysterious, silent, all-seeing, has transcended its biological existence to become something far greater, a universal emblem of profound insight, hidden knowledge, and the kind of deep understanding that pierces through life's illusions. Across countless civilizations, from the marble columns of Athena's temples in ancient Athens to the sacred oral traditions of Native American tribes, this enigmatic bird has consistently appeared as a keeper of esoteric wisdom, a bridge between the visible and invisible worlds, and a silent observer of truths that most humans dare not confront. When complete blackness engulfs our surroundings and human vision becomes utterly useless, the owl navigates with perfect precision. It separates reality from deception, bravery from cowardice, and confronts what the majority of humanity prefers to leave unexamined in the shadows. Now, here's where things become genuinely intriguing. The specific owl that immediately captures your gaze, the one your consciousness gravitates toward without deliberate thought, holds the power to unveil profound revelations about your authentic nature, your core identity, the inherent power you possess, and precisely how you react when existence challenges you. Your selection carries far more weight than mere chance. The subconscious realm, that mysterious dimension of human psychology that communicates through feelings rather than language, interprets visual symbols as reflections of our innermost selves. When one particular owl resonates with you more intensely than the others, it's as though your deepest essence has quietly identified its own mirror image. Therefore, right now, I'm extending an invitation for you to participate in a brief yet remarkably revealing psychological exercise, one rooted in the groundbreaking theories of Carl Gustav Jung, the pioneering architect of depth psychology and analytical thought. Appearing on your display are three distinctive owls, each radiating its own unique coloration, visual composition, and energetic signature. Your task couldn't be simpler. Observe them carefully and allow yourself to simply feel. Resist the temptation to overthink or intellectually dissect your response. Trust your gut reaction. Your instinctive response holds the key, because somewhere in the depths of your unconscious awareness, the answer already exists, waiting to surface. Option 1. The violet vision. Should your attention immediately gravitate toward the violet owl, that majestic guardian adorned with a striking crown and feathers that shimmer with otherworldly brilliance, it illuminates something exceptionally rare dwelling within your being, a power that eludes the vast majority of people. This particular owl makes no attempt to camouflage itself. It refuses to fade into the background. It doesn't wait for validation or seek authorization before radiating its magnificence. Its stunning appearance serves as a quiet yet impossible to ignore statement. Genuine authenticity cannot be compromised. Just like this remarkable creature, you possess that precious inner flame, the bravery to exist without apology, to manifest your creative vision, and to imprint the world with a signature that belongs exclusively to you. Throughout human history, violet has symbolized metamorphosis and access to higher consciousness. It exists at the intersection where rational thinking meets intuitive knowing. This duality mirrors what exists within you, a capacity to envision extraordinary possibilities while simultaneously possessing the practical wisdom to manifest those visions in tangible reality. Where others perceive only roadblocks, you identify underlying systems and connections. Where most individuals halt when confronted with difficulty, you recognize potential disguised as adversity. Much like the violet owl surveying the landscape from an elevated vantage point, you've been gifted with expanded perspective. You connect seemingly unrelated concepts that escape others' notice, decipher subtle meanings, and detect the hidden order beneath apparent disorder. This penetrating visionary consciousness distinguishes you from the crowd. It enables you to pioneer, to reimagine, and to navigate others through turbulent uncertainty. However, every source of illumination produces darkness somewhere. Your radiance can disturb those who lack understanding of it. Individuals might describe you as excessively passionate, unconventional, or enigmatic. The reality? They're reacting to your unwillingness to diminish your brilliance, merely to accommodate others' discomfort. Admittedly, this dynamic occasionally generates feelings of separation. But never forget, living authentically has always been the territory of the courageous few, never the conforming masses. It's an extraordinary gift that requires both tremendous courage and intentional restoration. Precisely because your enthusiasm flows with such overwhelming intensity, you frequently shoulder excessive responsibilities, an abundance of creative concepts, countless initiatives, unrealistic standards. Your fire burns magnificently, sometimes dangerously so. The Violet Owl delivers an unmistakable message: prioritize depth over breadth. Restoration isn't surrender, it's essential nourishment for a spirit carrying such luminous energy. Within your personal connections, this identical intensity manifests itself. You have zero interest in superficial relationships or meaningless small talk. Your heart yearns for profundity, for companions who stimulate your thinking, amplify your emotional capacity, and accelerate your evolution. You're magnetically attracted to individuals who, like yourself, resist conventional categorization. Your inner circle might contain few members, but it's populated with kindred spirits who celebrate the magnificence of standing apart. On a spiritual dimension, the Violet Owl announces transformation. You're likely already sensing it, a subtle shift, an internal pivot point gradually revealing itself. Perhaps you're experiencing the impulse to release an outdated self-concept or finally embrace the version of yourself that's been patiently waiting in silence. Honor that magnetic pull. Evolution isn't approaching you from outside. It's emerging from within, and whether you fully recognize it yet, you're already catalyzing transformation in others. Your communication style, your way of existing in the world, your fearless honesty. All of this grants permission for others to embrace their own authenticity. You awaken genuine self-expression in those still terrified to reveal their truth. This represents your ultimate gift, leading not through authority, but through living example. The Violet Owl shares one additional secret. Your genius isn't confined to intellectual brilliance. It embraces playfulness too. You embody simultaneously the contemplative depth of ancient wisdom and the unburdened lightness of childlike wonder. This fascinating contradiction, profound yet joyful, visionary yet practical, constitutes your magnetism, your enchantment, your true nature. In summary, if the Violet Owl captured your attention, you are a trailblazer, an innovator, a beacon of illumination. Your purpose centers on inspiring others not through instruction, but simply through existing completely, courageously, authentically as yourself. Option 2. The Turquoise Truth-Seeker. If your gaze was immediately captured by the Turquoise Owl, the serene guardian possessing profound, perceptive eyes and elegant decorative features, resembling a sage's distinguished appearance, your selection unveils a spirit navigated by tranquility and penetrating insight. This owl personifies mental clarity, emotional sophistication, and a gentle yet immovable fortitude, the variety that doesn't announce itself loudly but remains perpetually felt. The shade turquoise, a harmonious fusion of peaceful blue and regenerative green, represents authentic communication, restorative energy, and unwavering honesty. By gravitating toward it, you demonstrate that your fundamental nature aligns deeply with harmony, empathetic understanding, and the refined skill of truly comprehending others. You don't require volume to command attention. Your mere presence naturally earns reverence. Individuals develop immediate trust in you, responding to an unspoken energy that communicates, "This person genuinely listens, truly perceives my essence." You possess an uncommon talent, emotional perception. You don't merely register others' verbal expressions, you comprehend their underlying significance. You can identify the slight tremor beneath someone's voice, detect sorrow masked by smiling. Consequently, people frequently approach you seeking guidance, even complete strangers. They intuitively recognize you won't pass judgment, that their vulnerabilities remain protected in your presence. The Turquoise Owl equally embodies the principle of integrity. Like its graceful adornments, your dignity manifests naturally without force. You harbor deep aversion to deception, exploitation, and inequity. While your temperament remains patient and kind, whenever your principles or beloved ones face threat, your calmness converts into unshakable resolve. You remain upright, balanced, and determined even when others falter. Yet this heightened sensitivity, this profound attunement to others, simultaneously presents your greatest challenge. Because you experience emotions so intensely, you tend to absorb surrounding emotional weight. You might exit crowded environments feeling inexplicably exhausted or unknowingly carry another person's suffering. The Turquoise Owl offers this compassionate caution. Safeguard your energetic boundaries. Establish protective limits. Understand that compassion doesn't require bearing everyone's burdens. Your inner peace holds sacred value. Defending it isn't selfishness, it's absolute necessity. You pursue meaningful depth in every endeavor. Shallow achievements or hollow accomplishments leave you unsatisfied. You crave significance. You desire your existence to matter, to contribute something genuinely valuable. Whether through education, creative expression, healing work, or understated leadership, your mission involves delivering understanding and equilibrium to others. An element of mystique surrounds your persona. You never reveal everything immediately. You share your interior landscape exclusively with those who earn your confidence. This selective disclosure makes you magnetic. People sense your complexity even when they cannot articulate it. They feel drawn toward you, fascinated by the layers you maintain privately. Spiritually, this owl identifies you as highly intuitive. You can detect when something feels misaligned before anyone articulates concerns. You observe minute details, synchronicities, recurring themes, subtle alerts that others dismiss. Your intuition functions as your internal navigation system. Trust it even when rational analysis questions it. It will seldom mislead you. In our chaotic, overstimulated world, you represent a tranquil sanctuary. Through your peaceful presence, you teach that authentic power doesn't originate from force or domination, but from profound self-knowledge. People may forget your precise words, but they never forget the feeling you evoked in them. Genuinely seen, emotionally safe, and thoroughly understood. If the Turquoise Owl resonated with you, your journey embodies that of healer and mentor. You're here to restore equilibrium, to educate through compassionate understanding, and to bring clarity where confusion reigns. This path won't always prove effortless. Solitude frequently accompanies wisdom. However, you're never genuinely isolated. Your inner guidance, your intuitive wisdom, and your gentle radiance accompany you throughout every step. Option 3. The Golden Optimist. If your attention was drawn to the Golden Owl, that warm, sun-drenched guardian displaying earthy brown and amber tones, wearing a charming rustic hat, it reveals a brilliant and exceptional quality within you, the extraordinary gift of embracing existence itself. You are someone whose very being elevates those around you. You remind humanity that life, in all its uncomplicated beauty, deserves celebration. This owl represents balance, hopefulness, and tender wisdom. Not knowledge acquired through academic study, but understanding gained through genuine living, through experiencing failure and choosing to rise again with grace. Gold has eternally signified prosperity, optimism, and the life-giving warmth of sunlight. Individuals attracted to it typically carry hearts overflowing with generosity, appreciation, and an innate ability to discover beauty in life's smallest moments. A peaceful evening, a heartfelt exchange, the aroma of rainfall touching earth. This constitutes your most powerful asset. While countless people pursue extraordinary experiences, you locate the divine within ordinary moments. You perceive significance in simplicity, which provides your spirit an inexhaustible wellspring of contentment. Within your relationships, you emanate comfort. People feel genuinely relaxed in your company. They express themselves freely, laugh authentically, and remember that existence doesn't require intensity to hold meaning. You might not always speak abundantly, but your presence alone creates equilibrium. You're the type of individual others seek when the world feels overwhelmingly loud, excessively rapid. But don't misunderstand, beneath that tranquil joy resides tremendous strength. You've weathered significant storms. You've encountered loss, crushing disappointment, and periods when everything appeared to crumble. Yet instead of developing bitterness, you chose to preserve kindness. Rather than hardening your heart, you maintained its openness. This makes your light extraordinarily powerful. It's not naivete, it's wisdom earned through experience. You don't smile because life is easy. You smile because you've discovered that peace represents a conscious choice. The rustic hat adorning this owl isn't merely decorative whimsy. It symbolizes your connection to the natural world, to earthly rhythms, to freedom, to existence's organic flow. You flourish when granted space to move, explore, create, and breathe without restriction. You're spontaneous, inquisitive, and imaginative, infusing the spirit into everything you undertake. However, your generous heart presents a challenge. You occasionally give excessively. You carry others' weights until your own necessities fade from awareness. The golden owl's wisdom arrives gently but firmly. Nurture yourself equally. Your light holds precious value, and for it to continue illuminating others, you must protect its flame. Spiritually, this owl aligns you with life's natural current. You don't manipulate circumstances. You trust perfect timing. You recognize signs, meaningful coincidences, and synchronistic moments as quiet communications from the universe. Your intuition flows calmly yet steadily, steering you through uncertainty without anxiety. At your essence, you embody peace itself. Your soul's purpose involves reminding humanity that strength doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it simply breathes quietly. That wisdom doesn't always proclaim itself. Sometimes it expresses through laughter and kindness. And happiness isn't a distant destination. It's a daily practice of gratitude and love. If the golden owl spoke to you, your path represents one of illumination, renewal, and motivation. Wherever you travel, you leave traces of warmth, living proof that being simultaneously strong and gentle, wise and joyful, grounded and liberated is entirely possible. So tell me, did you recognize yourself within this golden reflection? Was it the rustic hat, the radiant glow, or the sensation of tranquility that called to you? Whatever resonated, it wasn't accidental. The golden owl selected you as well, reminding you that even during the darkest hours, sunlight continues dwelling within you. Powerful closing. Now that you've encountered all three owls, the violet owl of fearless authenticity, the turquoise owl of serene wisdom, and the golden owl of joyful resilience, pause for a moment. Allow their distinct energies to settle in your awareness. Each embodies a unique vibration, a different way of perceiving and existing. Yet all three serve as mirrors reflecting one fundamental truth: your soul in continuous motion. Perhaps your choice confirms something you've always intuitively understood, an aspect of your essence you've perpetually felt but never articulated. Or maybe it surprised you, revealing a hidden strength or yearning that's been silently waiting to emerge. Regardless, your selection wasn't arbitrary. It was a message from your unconscious mind, an encoded communication from your deeper self. Carl Jung, the pioneering founder of depth psychology, maintained that symbols constitute the soul's native language. He observed that what attracts us, what captures our imagination, reveals the archetypes actively operating within our psyche. And few symbols carry as much ancient mystery as the owl, the nocturnal observer, the one who perceives through darkness. By selecting your owl, you didn't merely choose an image. You initiated a gateway to self-awareness. You entered into conversation with your unconscious mind, the hidden dimension that shapes your decisions, your longings, and your destiny. Consider this carefully. The violet owl articulates transformation, courage, and the creative fire of individuality. The turquoise owl summons reflection, compassion, and the wisdom of calm clarity. The golden owl celebrates joy, gratitude, and the gentle strength of the heart. But here's the profound revelation. You contain all three within you. Each represents a facet of your completeness. There are moments when you embody the violet, bold, visionary, defiant. Other times you express the turquoise, introspective, wise, healing. And when your soul finally achieves balance, you radiate like the golden, luminous, peaceful, fully alive. Your current choice reveals which energy dominates this present moment. It reflects the chapter your soul is currently writing. So ask yourself, what is existence inviting me to embrace right now? Is it time to honor my authenticity, to trust my intuition, or to rediscover my joy? Whatever your answer, that's your next step toward growth. Your next movement toward what Jung termed individuation, the process of becoming whole. Because the fundamental truth is this: the world doesn't need duplicates. It needs originals. It needs people like you who possess the bravery to look inward, to understand themselves profoundly, and to live with conscious intention. Remember, the owl's wisdom isn't merely about seeing in darkness. It's about trusting your own vision when nobody else can perceive what you see. So as this transformative journey concludes, I want you to hold this thought. Your choice revealed more than a symbol. It revealed a direction, a reminder that your light, your calm, or your joy aren't random characteristics. They are callings. The owl that chose you today isn't coincidence. It's a messenger announcing that your soul is prepared to awaken, to remember, and to guide you toward a more authentic, conscious, and purposeful existence. Now I genuinely want to know, which owl called to you? What did it awaken within your being? Drop your answer in the comments section below. You might be amazed to discover how many others selected the same one, walking parallel journeys toward identical truths, because ultimately, the owl's journey mirrors the soul's journey. To see with clarity, to live with fullness, and to become who we were always destined to be. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more profound psychological insights, and share this with someone who needs to discover their inner owl today.